sound check at the Green Door Music Hall in Fort Walton Beach, and we're still road testing the Elixir strings. I am nitpicking at this point, but we were curious. I don't know if you can start to see it, but on the low C, and I am seriously nitpicking, but it does have a very, very, very slight amount of corrosion that I can see in between it from the humidity. And again, I'm nitpicking. By no means would I have noticed that unless I was looking for, you know, how the strings were doing. But just to give you an idea of how they work, how they sound, we finally got the rig set up. And one of the things that I do love is if you're a clumsy guitar player like I am, there's like almost no finger squeak. I mean, unless I want it to, it really doesn't have it. So if you're playing chords and you're too lazy to pick up your fingers like I am, this string pretty much immediately solves it. It's got a solid tone. I mean, if we're playing through some of our stuff, everything from like pinch harmonics on, it works. Okay, so you heard between those major third chords there that it didn't squeak. It's nice. You can play it lazy. I move around a lot, so I've been pretty impressed with them. It took us a few days to get the tone dialed in, but it's been working. So if you see, I did have to pull a lot of the treble out of the mix. The strings are just a lot brighter, but kind of the point I was making is here, let's switch to a clean roll. Here, distortion's great. Like if you're gonna play a bunch of like goofy, you know, you can hear all of it. All the fun notes. It pulls all of the notes through a lot better than some of the previous setups I've had, especially when you're in a drop tuning and you have the octaves already in it, but you can get a nice... And I love that. So, I mean, I hate to say it, I'm kind of falling in love with the strings. That's all I have to say about that.
Alright, so I'm Marcos from Scarlet Canary, and we're on day 13 of the tour here in Florida, and the coating on the strings, I haven't noticed any rust. Like Alan said that he has a little bit. These ones are still really pristine, and I finally was able to get my tone dialed in. I actually ended up using the brightness to my advantage to give my bass a little more crunch. I was actually able to kick my distortion a little higher, so it's able to, like, the brightness and the clearness cut through the distortion as well, which is kind of cool. I also figured out the ideal setup on here was, at least until, well, so I can try to mimic what the sound guys are getting through their front of house mix. I've got everything on my mark bass set to flat, so, you know, everything's at 0. And then all of my tone shaping I'm doing through my dark glass right now. So it kind of sort of matches. But without, and my amp on clean and not running anything through the dark glass, the strings still, like they're a little bright, a little, you know, a little clear. And like I said, this is without any dark glass running, and everything's set to flat, so you can kind of hear the bass tone of the strings. Bass line tone, and then like when you play chords, they come out really clear. But then when you finally kick on what I feel like is our Scarlet Canary tone with the distortion, you get quite a different sound. So it's still deeper, it's fuzzier. I got it to sound a little bit darker, but that clarity still kicks through like I was saying. So even if you're doing a little faster, like a little bit more genty stuff, it still comes out really clear. Your notes are more articulated. Like, you still are able to hear each individual note really clearly instead of a flub. The only thing I wish is that they made the strings a little bit thicker for our drop tunings, but other than that, they're starting to sound really great.